We're getting more progressive with like sex education and LGBTQ plus rights, which is brilliant. That's definitely the right step. But in terms of like black culture, people just don't learn enough about it. It's so whitewashed.
Tell me why we were put in ships. Tell me why we were taken as slaves. Tell me why that was not okay.
It's no good saying that the white man is racist and behave in a racist manner yourself. That's hypocrisy.
To change an adult's opinion is a lot more difficult, and it's easier to manipulate children, and I feel like that's what the school system is currently doing. And
like a lot of people use the excuse, oh, I have black friends, when it's, oh, I'm not racist because I've got black friends. If you have black friends, you learn from your black friends.
The world's going to burn on fire.
You can't expect children to teach themselves this stuff. Like, you grow up not knowing anything about it and not celebrating other cultures. Like, I went to an international school, so I'm kind of privileged in the sense that growing up with other cultures, you accept them and you embrace them and you celebrate them.
The Black Lives Matter movement has empowered us now to speak up, to go back to when we were in school, to now acknowledge that no, actually that was not okay. That was not okay, and now we're feeling empowered, we're standing up and we're speaking out.
People learn about Black History Month just once a year, and it's not enough. I personally think it's not enough, and I think more needs to be done about it.
What each human being needs to understand is that the only person that you can control is you. The way you think, the way you act, and what you put out, often you will get back. If you put out bad vibes, don't be surprised that it'll come back to you like that.
School, it starts at home. You know, don't turn a blind eye. If you can educate your kids in the home, even if it's black kids, educate them in the home. Tell them this is not okay. If somebody says this, don't just take it. You know, stand up for yourself. And white people who claim that they are behind the Black Lives Matter movement, they're not racist, stand up to your grandparents. Stand up to the systematic racism. Stand up to everything that you see that you know is not right. Stand up to that and speak out, and this starts at home.
Some people, like my nan and granddad, live in Shropshire, in like probably the whitest town in England. Like, I think in my whole college there was one mixed race person, everyone else was white. Like, that's how white it is, and people just don't know, and people are scared to learn. So I think definitely embracing something in the curriculum that's just like, don't be scared. You know, we're getting more progressive with like sex education and LGBTQ plus rights, which is brilliant. That's definitely the right step. But in terms of like black culture, people just don't learn enough about it. It's so whitewashed and it's just disgusting.
Protesting because a lot of us don't understand their struggles, so it's important for us to sit with our friends to try to understand what they go through, to try and sympathise with them.
Because it was just mad to see, like, automatically, like, because I know of it now, thinking back, like, I don't actually know when, like, where they stemmed from, me even knowing about racism. But like, she's like a 9-year-old child and she has no idea whatsoever.
And having like leaders and role models in the education system or anywhere, someone they can look up to, like, if I can do it, you can do it.
Speak about it in our homes. We need to teach our children the importance of loving their skin colour, as well as acknowledging other people and other races as well. So I think, yeah, there needs to be a better education system in terms of like black people's history. I learned about slave trade, but I didn't learn about my history. I learned we were put in ships. Why were we put in ships? I didn't learn that part. Do you know what I mean? They didn't unpack the whole history. I just learned a small fraction of it. Right? We need to learn all of it. What was taught, and we're taught that racism doesn't exist. This is 2020. Look, it exists. This is 2020, and we're still marching. So teach it in school, teach it in your homes. Don't just stand there and watch things happen. Stand up and speak out. I read a quote that said, somebody wrote on LinkedIn that it's not convenient to stand up to racism. It's not convenient. Actually, if you're white standing up to racism, you might face backlash, right? Take that. Because you're standing up for other people, you're standing up for other races to say that's not okay. So we need to do more as individuals to stand up for the little people who are not looked as part of the whole package. We need to do more in our education system, and we need to do more in our homes. So that's what I say, education.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Thanks, boss.